morning, everyone. I'm so glad to stand in front of you all. My name is Racheal Nakato from Uganda, coming from Soul Expressions and Open Space Foundation in Sofia. I am a volunteer on an EVS program, and I'm to be here for 6 months, but it's so far 2.5 months in Sofia. Yes, everything is new because this is my first time me coming to Europe. So everything is new, the building, the roads, people, everything is new to me. But since in the first month, everything was so interesting. When I went to the, magazines, to the shops, when I went to the shops, everything was amazing. Everything that I need, I can find. So, but here comes the most interesting history on my experiment is transportation. In Uganda, this was my first time to use a tram. So, and a metro. In Uganda, we use cars and motorcycles and bikes. So, but a tram, it's so interesting and so annoying at the very time. To me. The first time I got so upset with the tram is when I was caught. Like, the first month, we were moving in a group with the rest of the volunteers from my flat. So we were moving as a group, and I could not take my time to analyze the areas, to say that this is here, this is here. I could just walk because we are in the group. But it came time that I had to move alone outside to the city, and I faced it hard. That time I moved out, I lost my transportation card, my first time in a tram. So the following day I could not mind about it. I said, since I sit in a tram and they don't ask me for it, so I will sit until I go to where I want. So I was going for a dance class at 33 Dance Academy. I sat in the tram. The first stop, the second stop, the third one. An old lady came to me. Where is your card? I told her, I have a card, but I lost it yesterday. And she's like, where is your ticket? I didn't know that if you don't have a card, you have to pay. So this lady caught my hand, and she told me, let's go out. So I went out with her. I was panicking because I was caught. This is my first time someone cutting my hand. Go out. I was panicking. The lady was like, fine, 40 lev. I'm like, God. I had 20 lev in my pocket, but at first I told her I have no money in my pocket. So she told me, I want 40 lev. If not, we are going to the office. I said, what should I do? I called my supervisor, Violina, because this lady didn't knew English. She only knew Bulgarian, and we could not understand each other. So I called Violina. Violina, help me. I have a problem. I've been caught in a trap without my transport card, and this lady is telling me 40 lev. What should I do? The only thing I could hear from her, 40 lev. So I gave her to Violina. And then first, she told me, don't panic. Don't give any money. Don't do anything. Let me talk to her. So they talked. I thought that this lady understood. She said, no. Where is your passport? I always walk with my passport. I gave in my passport, and she read everything in my passport. She gave it back to me. She said, 40 lev. I said, I have no money. Now, I said, let me just get this 20 that I have in my pocket, and I give this lady. I gave that lady, we went, and then when the next tram was coming, we went in with her. I sat here, she walked towards the last door. So the next stop, she moved out. I saw her moving out. I'm like, where is the receipt for my 20 lev? She left. I could not see her again. So Violina told me, Racheal, go back home if you don't have a tram. I said, now after paying my 20, I go back home. Instead of going where I'm going, I said, no, let me be strong, and I go to the dance. I went and I danced, and then coming back, I'm like, now what if they get me again? What should I do? What should I do? I said, no, whatever it may be, let me go. I came back. I was so scared. I was panicking, like, if anyone comes again to me, I don't know. I don't have any receipt. Then I have given in all my 20 left that I had, and I could not pay for another ticket. I was strong. I reached home, no one touched me. Now, still transport has been a challenge. One day we went to make an interview at our friend's house. We have friends from the EVS program volunteer that we had in the first week when we arrived in Sofia. So we went to make an interview with my flatmates, 4 of us. After doing everything, everything succeeded. So coming back, we separated. 2 of them went somewhere and 2 of us decided to go back. So when we were going back home, we went to Serodika. We took a metro to the next stop. So when we went out, my heart said maybe I had forgotten something at the friend's house. I looked into my bag. When I looked into my bag, my friend who was in front of me disappeared away from me. So the moment I did like this, he was not there. I said, where is this boy? You know, boys always walk because, you know, the way boys walk are not the same with ladies. Ladies will walk gentle. So, so the moment I removed my eyes from the bag, he was nowhere to be seen. I looked left, right. He was not there. Now I said, okay, Rachel, again, next problem. I have to find my way back home. Now, instead of taking right, I think I took left. I went out. So if these things are so different. If you walk from this side from the undergrounds, if you go that side where you are used to, it's easy for you to understand where you are going. But if you go to the other side where you're not used to, it is difficult. So I went to the left. When I went out, everything was new to me. I said, I said, have I ever reached here? I said, no. Maybe I have to turn left. I said, maybe I go back. But no, I said, no. Let me just take a walk. I will find a tram station, tram 7, because it's everywhere almost. I said, okay, let me walk. I walked like 5 minutes. I could not find any tram station. I said, what should I do? I said, no. I can see something there. I went. So when I found the tram station, I could not have this in mind that it is either going to the city or going back. I just sat in. So when I sat in, it was going somewhere else. Yes, it was tram 7, but going somewhere else. I said, but this is near home. I know this place. When I sat, it took me 30 minutes. I'm not seeing Brigadier Mall. I said, what? Where am I going? Then I said, maybe I'm lost. I said, but no, let me wait for 5 minutes. Maybe it's still far. I waited. I said, but no, let me ask. Now the lady who was near me, she didn't know any English. I'm like, excuse me is whatever, I don't remember, as vignette. So I said, excuse me, can you help me and tell me where I can find Brigadier Mall? The lady told me, you are too far from Brigadier Mall. I said, what? So she told me, you have to drop here and wait for another trap going back. I dropped out. And I waited for the other one. Then I went back. Then I said, when I reached home, I said, Rachel, when will you stop getting lost? So I sat and I said, but now next time when I'm going outside, I have to first see which side. Is this building familiar to me, or this building, or this street? Okay, I said yes. Now it came to Valentine's Day. My friend called me to Business Park. She directed me very well that if you go to Serodika, you take 1 stop, and then you move out, you get a metro which goes to Business Park. I said, okay, yes. Now the challenge is, the metro which goes to Business Park is the same that goes to the airport. So I was busy with my earphones. When I sat in the metro, I could not hear that the next stop is Business Park. I could not hear that. So I passed direct to the airport. When I dropped out, I was sitting, and then they announced that all passengers are supposed to move out from the metro. This is the last stop. This is the airport. I said, what? Airport? Am I going back to Africa? No. My time is not yet. I said, my time is not yet to go back to Africa. I went in and I sat. I went back to Business Park. I called my friend, you know what? I'm lost. I'm back here, Business Park. She told me, no, you had to, this line on the left, you have to take the right one. I said, what? So finally, I found my way home. Transport is still a challenge. Even today when I was coming, I got a taxi, like, we waited for the tram. The tram was giving an information that maybe it is having a problem. So we decided to call a taxi man. We tried to direct this person. We are going to Culture Bar. He said, okay, yeah. He took us around, and then Indica Center, is it Indica Center? Seredika Center? We said, no, this is not the place. Then he told us, I don't know. We dropped out. We waited, we called another taxi. So because we don't know Bulgarian language, it's difficult for us to explain to someone that I'm going here or here. But transport, that's all about transport right now. The next experience I've experienced is about spending money. The first month that I came, I could not value that, I couldn't know how should I use the money. I was given all my pocket money, and when I walked into the city, I was seeing everything interesting because I like buying shoes. I like always buying clothes and everything. So when I stand near a magazine and I see something inside, I'm like, oh, that dress is cute. So my eyes are telling me, you go and see. And then after entering, my hand says me touch and see. After that, they tell me, but you don't have to leave it. Buy it. So when I walk with my 100 left here, I find myself going back with 20 left. because I don't know. So at first, I didn't know that spending 50 in a day, it's expensive. I thought it was cheap. So in that first month, I spent money buying shoes, buying everything I could see is nice. So I spent my pocket money within 3 weeks. Then I end up telling my manager, please, may I have 100 from next month? And she's like, yeah, it's okay, you can have it. But the moment I leave the house with 50 left, I can't go back with it. I end up buying everything that I want for myself. So it's been a bit challenging. And another interesting story is on my way to the Seredika, I met a gentleman. The gentleman was so happy and smiling. That, oh, you're from Africa? Oh, Africa. I said, yes, I'm from Africa. I was tired. I was from, yeah. That day I got lost and I walked along again. So I was sad. So this man met me and he's like, oh, I'm glad to see you. I like blacks. I like Africans. And then I was like, oh, really? You like blacks? Oh, nice to meet you. But I was sad. But I was replying while walking, nice to meet you. And then this man was like, no, first stop. I want to tell you something. Can I please have your number? I'm like, my number for what? I don't have a Bulgarian number. I'm like, well, how do you communicate? I'm like, okay, Facebook. But I told him, oh, my phone is, oh, you don't know your email number. I'm like, God, what is this man? So I said, let me just give him my email number. My email address. When I gave him my email address, he sent me a friend request. I replied it. So he said, can we meet for a coffee? And I'm like, for a coffee? This man is old. He's kind of old. But he's asking me for coffee. Then I said, really? No, I told him, I'm busy throughout the week. I don't have any restricted. But he said, but no, nothing. I'm just interested in Africans. I just want you to tell me about Africa. I'm like, okay, you can meet someone, but not what you think is what he think. I'm like, okay. I'll meet him and I tell him about Africa and everything. So when I met him, I told him, but no, I'm not going for a coffee, but let's just walk around the mosque. Is it that park? So I told him about Africa, people, the language that we have, transport and everything. The last thing he told me is, can I take you and see my home? I told him, Thank you, but I'm not going anywhere. The conversation is done. You told me you want to know about Africa. I have told you about Africa. Everything, the sunshine, if you're there, you can become like you can become red, the green. But me, I'm good. So I was so upset when he said, can I take you to my home? I said, why? Why should I have to reach your home? Nothing much to see your home. Then you can take a visit. I'm like, I asked him, do you have a family? He said, no, I don't have. Okay, I said, oh, if you don't have a family, it's good, but we shall only talk on Facebook and that's it. That is my story so far in Bulgaria. Thank you.